France have announced their team for their game against Wales on Sunday, and it has been one of the more eagerly anticipated team announcements in French media for a long time. There was a lot of uncertainty over who was going to be playing. The general mood in France has been pretty glum. They were looking for changes, and they've got changes. 8 changes in total to the starting 15 from the Italy game. Some of his first choice players coming back, so like Greg Aldrit at 8, Thibaut Flamand, Louis Barré. Flamand back after only 35 minutes off the bench last Saturday. He looked pretty rusty. I was at the game. Some of the changes are in force. So Jalibert is injured, out for the tournament, so they need a new 10. Ramos steps up. He's done that quite a lot recently, and for Toulouse. Dante has a 5-week ban, but there are some genuine new faces. So Nolan Le Garrec comes in for his first international start. Has Luku been scapegoated? Manny Meafou, so excited to see him. Nicolas Depoortere at centre. Richard thinks he could be one of the leading centres in the world for a long time. Leo Barré, interesting option at 15. Intrigued to see more of him. And you've also got Georges-Henri Colombe on the bench, who should make his debut at tight head. They've gone for the 6-2 split. Again on the bench, Leo Barré covers 10. Overall thoughts are this French team feels re-energised. They feel exciting. There's loads of physicality and they feel back to themselves. So I think Wales could have a really tough time up front. And Wales have also changed their centres, which has been a strong thing. We're going to do 60 seconds on each of the debutants, and drop us a comment if there's anyone that you want more information on. Manny Meafou, second row for his first international game. Should be well known to anyone that's seen anything of Toulouse over the last year or two in the Champions Cup or in the top 14. Quins fans should be well aware of him. He was man of the match at the Stoop when Toulouse destroyed Quins in December, 50 points on them. He would have been first choice against Ireland at the start of the tournament, but he got injured just before the tournament. He's an absolute physical phenomenon. He's seriously athletic for his size as well. He's 6'8", 145 kilos. Very similar player to Will Skelton. Similar backgrounds. Born in New Zealand to Samoan parents. Grew up in Australia. He became a French citizen in just after the World Cup. Eddie Jones wanted him to play for Australia, but he wasn't having any of it. He's been at Toulouse for 5 years, so he feels like he's come through the system. He started playing union at 16, so his background is rugby league, and you really see that from the way his ability to get up, carry repeatedly, and a bit of agility in there, as well as his skills. I cannot wait to see him at international level. Nicolas Depoortere comes in at centre. He has been the form 13 in the top 14 this season, I'd say. Gets the nod ahead of Emilien Gaetan from Pau, who was actually top try scorer in the top 14 last year in a struggling Pau team. But Depoortere has been the man in form this season. He was top try scorer for France's winning under-20s World Championship team last summer. He scored a sensational try against Racing last weekend. I'll reshare the link if you've not seen it. It's phenomenal. Richard has seen a bit more of UBB Bordeaux this year. His thoughts are, I think he looks brilliant, quite rangy, powerful, quick, runs delightful angles, and just seems to have that intangible poise and time on the ball. This guy is a real Rolls Royce of a centre. He's the type that's going to run round you rather than through you, so more of a Wesley Fofana, Gael Fickou at his peak, maybe even a Rico Ioane, slightly less gas. Defence seems okay. He's a good-looking rooster. Rosbifs are massively looking forward to seeing him play. Leo Barré, a debutant at fullback, an interesting one. So he's 21-year-old playing for Stade Francais. He can play 10. I think it looks like his 15 is going to be his position long-term. What I've not seen much of him, neither of me or Richard have. What I have seen of him is that he is loose in both good ways and bad ways. So he scored that brilliant try against Leicester in the Champions Cup, chipping out from his own 22, attacking from deep. He looks great when he does that. However, that comes with a lot of risk, and he does make mistakes, and it can cost his team. I've seen it nearly cost his team as well on other occasions. He's a big bloke, though. He's 6'3", looks hefty. He's got a massive boot on him, and ultimately he's first choice at top of the league team. So, but I don't think I look at him and think this guy's international rugby now. They also had other options. They could have kept Ramos at 15 and then picked Hastoy, who's come back into form, or Gibert, who was in the squad anyway. But Barré, genuinely quite intrigued to see him at international level. He looks like he could thrive. Don't know.